Hello everybody. It is a nice wintry day here in the Mitten. We are getting ready to go thrifting this morning. We just dropped Jessica off. We're headed out, gonna see if we can find some goodies, and then it'll be packing and processing. We had another $1,000 sales day yesterday, so we'll shoot some highlights of what's sold.
Look at this beautiful Goodwill. This beautiful weather. Stop one. Checking out all of the housewares. This is a pretty nice Sunbeam Vista vintage mixer. However, it's missing the bowls. They want $15 for it. The beaters are worth about $15 and the little base plate is worth about $10, but there's not a lot of money left at $15 for the whole thing. This skillet from Farberware is a really nice pickup. These go anywhere from $30 to $50 depending on size and condition. It did have the little plug-in for it. Those can sell individually as well. Needs a little bit of cleaning on bottom, but overall in really nice condition for $9. Definitely a pickup, easy flip, especially during the holiday season. Over on the shoe department, found a pair of Brooks, but you can see they're very well beaten. Above or right next to them, a pair of Nikes. Really nice condition, simple Nike running shoes. Should fetch about $25 plus ship. We'll pick them up for $7. And then a nice pair of Vans, purple Vans, nice condition, need a little bit of cleanup, easy $20-25 plus shipping on top. Heading over to the jeans, I pulled this Cabela's. This is usually we don't pick up Cabela's unless it's hunting. This is lined. They'll fetch about $25-35 plus shipping on top, so not bad for $6 for purchase cost. And then I found a couple more pair. The first one that you see here after I take a look at these khakis that I end up passing on is a pair of Gordies from Silver. This is a really nice model to look out for. They go anywhere from $30 to $40 plus shipping depending on condition. And then right next to them, a BKE Tyler, another really nice model from BKE. Those should fetch about $40 plus shipping. Let's go see what Melinda's up to.
Started in the shoe section. We did end up putting those red Converse back. They just had a little too much wear on them. Found some more athletic shoes, picked these up, just a basic pair of Asics, but a cool colorway. I'm just doing very thorough checks for wear. Even if they look good right off the bat, I'm like pulling at them, twisting them. These were in good condition, so I did end up putting those in the cart. Those were Franco Sartos. They went in the cart, as you'll see later, but we did end up putting them back. Those, too much wear, and these cute style, but an off-brand, nothing crazy there at all. These Nikes, those pink ones there, picked those up. Again, doing a good quality check. There's no major wear, which is the first thing. And then I checked to see the style too. Some styles sell better and some will just be sitting on our shelves for a long time. But those did go into the cart and end up going home with us. This was just right on the end here. I love it when that happens. Pieces just pop out to you. Really big Nike hit basic sweatshirt. These sell well for us, and that was a larger size. Going through the rest of the jacket section here, athletic apparel in general tends to sell pretty well. This is how I flip through. I don't spend a lot of time on stuff. There you'll see I did pick up that North Face. I'll go over it a little bit later in the video. I did end up putting it in the cart. We'll talk about why a little bit later on.
Over on the books section, you can see that books are 99 cents a piece. I did find this encyclopedia. This is from 1987, Crime and Punishments, but they're only worth incomplete about $40-50, so for $1 a piece, no go. So I asked for a discount and I got it. So I got a deal on those books because I asked the manager. She had a assistant manager tag on it. I walked up to her. I was like, hey, those have been there for a while. Like, what's the lowest you'll take? Clear some, space. Otherwise, they're probably just going to go to the dump or the bins. And she's like, yeah. She's like, how about $10? Because they're $1 a piece, so they would have been 27. And I was like, how about $5? And she met me at $5.99 for all of them. So don't forget to ask, right? You can ask questions. The worst is that they'll say no. Mona, what's your favorite find of this stop?
It was pretty slim pickings in the clothing section. I think a lot of other resellers were in there. There was a lot of quick flipping women. So it was probably just picked over or maybe not restocked. But I did find a pair of Echo ankle booties and I think those will sell well. They were in really great condition. So I guess that.
Nice. I like the Tyler and the Gordies back to back. Those are like Silver and Tyler or a silver and buckle, like the best brand or the best style jeans are probably those two. They're very popular in the resale market. Usually around 40 plus ship on each of them. On to the next stop. Stop 2. Second Goodwill, a decent pair of Sauconys here, but they were damaged. You can see the heel damage. But right below them, a nice pair of high tops or mid tops Air Force Ones from Nike. I'm not 100% sure what these are worth. Minimum 40 plus ship. You know, they could be as high as 100 plus ship. I just don't know. But they are legit. They checked out. I did search the style code. Everything on them is legitimate. These CrossFits from Reebok were really nice. However, they were just a bit beat up. Otherwise, they could have probably fetched around $30, $40 plus shipping on top.
What I found?
And what I found.
What did you find?
2 pairs of shoes.
But I think you found the best thing.
Yeah,
these are definitely the best. This is all just kind of random goods.
Yeah. Time to go home. Nothing too crazy.
No like aha or awesome, nailed it moments in there for sure.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. A lot of bread and butter stuff. You know, that's the stuff that pays the bills. So that's the stuff that we source.
Right.
I'm going to talk about a $50 mistake, like I mentioned in the title of this video. When we get home, we also have all that stuff to pack up, so let's go home.
So we are home now. I'm keeping my hat on because I have gross hat hair now. But I didn't get a lot of footage at the second Goodwill due to a backpack wardrobe malfunction. So I thought I would run through the brands and styles that we did pick up for this trip, kind of so you can see what sells for us and what we're picking up. This first one is a long maxi, sort of peasant style Madewell dress. It's not really the season for this right now, but I do think people, whether on vacation or whatnot, will still be looking and for spring styles and things like that. This one I picked up because of the style and because I checked the tag and it is 100% wool. I checked comps when I got home because I was just confident in the other stuff. It has a really great sell-through rate and I'm going to list this for $50, including shipping. So that was a surprise. This isn't a crazy puffer vest or anything. This is a simple, just windbreaker vest. Marmot? I'm not really sure how to say it, as with most things I pick up, but I checked out this brand last week actually when I picked up a puffer vest of theirs, and it does have a really strong sell-through and it does maintain a really good resale price. I put some leggings of the same brand back though because those just did not retain the same resale value. Eileen Fisher wool open front cardigan, classic. This is a very long tunic style vintage made in USA sweater. Brand does not really matter when I pick up things like that. This Switch Remarkable came out on a new clothing rack and I was first drawn to it because it had this Billionaires Club on the side. This same style jacket sold for $43, so I picked it up. I wouldn't necessarily look out for the brand though. It seems to sell okay, but definitely some styles are a lot better than others. Nike Golf is a good category to look out for within the overall Nike. No hit on this one, but we should still be able to get about $45 for it. This is a J. Crew wool blend coat jacket. It had these really interesting preppy things on the inside. And then of course it has like the Scottish wool notation. It's an older J. Crew tag, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because sometimes vintage J. Crew is very classic as well. It wouldn't have been a thrifting trip if I didn't pick up some Ralph Lauren. I am surprised at how well some of these blazers maintain their value. I was hoping it was gonna have the crest right here because those sell very well. It doesn't, but it does have the Made in USA tag. I'm probably gonna list this between $50 and $65 shipped. Nike hoodies, the bigger hit, the better. These sell really well for us, and I think they're very overlooked at thrift stores, so keep your eye out for them if you see them. North Face, it is a good outdoor brand. I will not pick up all the North Face I see though. The particular reason I decided to keep this in my cart is because it is black and it's a size large. Otherwise, their basic fleeces, even though their sell-through rate is decent, it just doesn't really command a huge rate because it's a very saturated brand at this point. This came out on a new rack. It says, I think you're supposed to read it as Able, and it's not a brand that I was familiar with. So I looked it up, and the leggings, I should get about $35 for these, and our leggings at that thrift are $4. These are Nike tapered, like jogger style pants. I always keep a lookout for Nike joggers because I have very good success with them when I do pick them up. This brand Mavy came out on the new rack as well. They're a chino style. These came out as well as this blue color. And Mavy is actually a good brand to look out for. We don't see it very often, but we sold some jeans as well. That's how I knew the brand. And these will sell for about $45 each.
Error that cost me $50 or cost our business $50 was pretty simple. In eBay, there is a way that you can check a box that says that you do not ship to islands, Hawaii, Alaska, etc. because obviously shipping is a lot more. And if you offer free shipping like we do, then that definitely doesn't work in a business model because someone buys something in Hawaii and it's free shipping and it's $60 to ship something that usually costs $15 to ship. There's also a way to not allow anyone with a P.O. box address to buy something from you, and this is where the mistake happened. So as you can see, the item that sold is right to my whatever shoulder side this is. It was that vintage 100-piece cassette tape holder. Only have about $7 into it. It sold super fast for 100 shipped. However, this person was a P.O. box. I contacted them, and usually what ends up happening, because this has happened before, and this is where my arrogance hurt our business, I typically, say, hey, we don't ship to P.O. boxes. Could you please give me a real address? And 100% of the time, they just give me an address, and I ship it to that address via, UPS ground, and it works out perfectly fine. Now remember, you can send USPS to USPS P.O. boxes, but you cannot ship FedEx or UPS there. So if it's a larger item, which we do a decent amount of volume on, we kind of got screwed out of it. So I'll show you really quickly how you can disable P.O. boxes and islands so that you can do this for yourself if you choose to. And we definitely are going to do that right now because I'm never going to deal with that again. So shipping was like $14 and some change if I was able to ship it UPS ground, and it ended up being over $50 with USPS ground, which just sucks. Over on the eBay, you want to toggle over your name, go to account settings. And then here we want to go on the bottom where it says shipping preferences. And here it gives you a bunch of different options. Right down here we want to go to, so under manage shipping settings, you want to go to exclude shipping locations. You want to hit edit. And then here it tells you what you can choose. So I don't ship to Alaska, Hawaii, US, APO, FPO, these are military bases, or protectorates. What the hell is that? Protectorates. Help me, Chad. I honestly have no idea what that is, but we don't ship there. And then here, PO box. I'm gonna just go ahead and click it. Apply to any current listings. Save. So now that is all set. Your exclusion preference has been updated. So no more P.O. boxes. Hopefully that helps someone out there. It's something that, it costs us $50 to learn a lesson, learn from our mistakes.
We just finished up a company business meeting. We have those every Wednesday now for about an hour. Now it's time to do some packing. I'm gonna go and show you some highlights of the sales that sold for us yesterday to make a $1,000 sales day. This Eddie Bauer was a good find. I found it last week thrifting, and it still had the tags on it, which is great because as resellers, a lot of times we're dealing with pre-owned goods, but finding something new with tags around the holidays is wonderful to add to the store. It sold fast. It sold for $39, and as you can see, I've mentioned this color before, is Blaze Orange, which I always put in the title as well. If you remember the other day, we found 7 of these holiday houses. These both sold together to the same person. One sale for $79, and we have a total of $12 into them because they were $6 a piece. We also sold one within a couple hours of listing. We have more inquiries on the other ones. So just a reminder, don't sleep on off-brand, non-Department 56 houses. That being said, we did also sell a Department 56. It is the McDonald's. We picked 3 of these up off Facebook Marketplace the other day. We paid $120 for 3 of them. One has already sold and shipped. This one sold as well for $150. Here's a nice sort of pots and pans sale for you. You may recognize that name. We found it once. We haven't been able to find it again until now. It's not pots and pans, but sort of related. It's kitchen. It's a food processor. We picked this up for $20 off Facebook Marketplace, and it sold for $130. Vintage toys, we've mentioned before, is a great category to sell in if you're able to. This is still new in box. This actually is the second time this has sold. It was returned for the reason that they just didn't like it. No problem. They paid shipping back to us, still in good condition. So up it went again, and it's sold again, no surprise, around the holidays for $60. Adine found a good amount of these old vintage walking canes at an estate sale the other day. This is the third one, I believe, that has sold, and it was hard to comp them out, not a lot of comparisons. This one is sold for $40. We factored $3 a piece for each of the canes as a buy cost, and it's great because this one actually breaks down so that it's a lot easier to ship than the other two I packed, which were in these long, awkward boxes. You're gonna have to edit this. Huh? Huh?
This sold on eBay. This is. I was just like, okay.
That's right.
Please subscribe to our channel.
We picked up this copper pot and another copper pot up at a garage sale over this summer. The other one sold rather quickly, and this actually went to a viewer named Cheryl. Cheryl purchased the copper pot with the 20% off deal that we gave to our viewers. Thank you, Cheryl, so much. We really appreciate it. This was the last sale of the day yesterday, and it's the small but mighty sale that put us into that $1,000 sales day. We were at $9.29, and then somebody asked if I would take an offer on Mercari for these. I've had these listed since summer. They are Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses. As you can see, they still have the tags on there. I don't think the camera will focus, but the retail value is $350. We took an offer of $160. We are going to find an off-brand case and wrap them up. We definitely want to make sure that they get there intact and without any breakage.
I wanted to share one more freaking amazing deal that I got yesterday on Facebook Marketplace. I ended up going to a guy's house for listing because he had a Marantz cassette player. He wanted 30 and it's worth about 100, so I was like, yeah, great. You know, hey, what else do you have? Talked to him a little bit via the Facebook chat, went over to his house. When I got there, look at all the stuff that he had for sale. All of these are vintage electronics. I don't really want to take them out of the bag, but I'll show you a couple. And he was honest, there's a couple that are for parts, like this Sony piece here is definitely just for parts, it's not working. So there's two Sony pieces, there's another CD player. This little guy, I don't even know what it is, honestly. I didn't look it up when I was there because the price was so crazy. There's another, I think this is a Sharp unit. So these Sharp cassette players sell for $50 plus shipping just for parts. I do have to still test them, so I got two of them. There's the exact same one right here. Down here it's a Sony vintage cassette player. And then over here we have another Sony equalizer, another Sony dual deck player, and another Sony, I don't even know what this one is, to tell you the truth. When I asked him how much he wanted for this stack, and I have one more on top, he said $20. This stack over here, the Sony, the two Sharps, he wanted 25, and then the Marantz, which is in here, he wanted 30 for the Marantz by himself. The Marantz is worth, you know, and I know this one works for sure. So there's the Marantz dual cassette. And then this one also came in a deal. This is a Sony. It has a flaw, so I'll be selling it for parts. The Sony vintage vinyl record player. He threw this in for free, and I'll tell you why. He threw that one in for free because I actually ended up giving him more. I ended up paying him the 30 for the Marantz, then gave him another, I rounded it up basically to 100, so I gave him an additional like 25 bucks or something. I was like, this is way too low. But he's moving away and he can't take it with him, so he just needed to get rid of it, and he was just tired of dealing with people on Facebook. I presented myself in a professional, kind manner. I listened to him, we checked it out together, and I was able to score an amazing deal. I mean, on average, if all of them are just for parts, that's $50 each, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's $500 just for parts, but obviously most of them work. Just wanted to share that with you. Again, be kind, be courteous, talk to people, be on time. That goes a long way. And it helped definitely in this deal, you know, just getting an amazing deal for all of it.
That's our day. We are going to get these off to the post office. We're going to do some more processing and listing. Thanks for tagging along with us today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It just helps us grow our channel. Take care, everybody.